The whisper cold and low, a sickness in the air where the shadows grow. The streets turn quiet, the sun bled red. I heard the echoes of the words they said. Stay inside, don't make a sound. Lock your doors, the dead walk the ground. But I saw their faces through the cracked glass pane, empty eyes alive with pain. Oh, the fear, it crept like a slow burning flame. We're all just pieces in a twisted game. Run, run, the dead have come. No prayers will save what we've become. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Try to survive, watch who you trust. Try not to scream, so no one will hear. The end has begun, and it's drawing near.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Halloween, my fellow Walking Dead fans. Thank you for being here tonight. Or if you're watching later, welcome. It's because of you guys that I do this. These kind of things where it's just me on panel and it's just you guys. So get in that chat, start talking. We're talking 15 years tonight because it is, 15 years ago on Halloween, pretty much my favorite episode of the Walking Dead universe is the first episode. So, it's been a long time, and I've been on here about 10 years, and I've been talking to you guys. I've pretty much been thinking about the Walking Dead every day since I started the YouTube channel. I mean, because you guys would comment, even if I wasn't working on a video, I had to work that day and didn't have time. I get home, I check the comments and I talk to you guys about it. So pretty much every day I've been talking about The Walking Dead or thinking about The Walking Dead. And it's because of you guys, the fans, the fan base. So I love you guys. So let's see what's going on. We got Austin House 20. The Walking Dead is 15 years old. Yes, it is. Isn't that crazy? We got Dana. What's up, Dana? Man, those prizes were awesome. If you guys didn't check out the Halloween streams last weekend, you got to. Dana had some awesome prizes she gave away. What's up, Dana? And we got Shadow Man 8767. Happy Halloween. Yeah, nothing beats that pilot episode. What's up, Kimberly Weaver and Walking Dead fam? Good to see you here again tonight, Kimberly. Thanks for showing up. Kayshawn, good to see you again as well. Yeah, I remember watching that first episode too. Yeah, now you're 21. Well, I'm a whole lot older. I'm not even going to say. But yeah, I know, people's had families and kids. People in my comments would say, man, I was at home watching this with my parents and now I have kids. I have my own house and I'm married and I've got kids. So the time span's pretty crazy when you think about it. So Shadow Man been watching since the beginning. Me too, man. And it's, a lot of us have. And, I have some people in the comments right now on the channel that only got into The Walking Dead either around season 11, 10 or 11, or maybe even after, and love it just as much as we do. So it's a pretty amazing show. I guess now it's stuck in time because no, we can't ever relive those big days of the original, how it felt, and all that kind of stuff, the peak. But it's still The Walking Dead, man. People can still experience it. So that's pretty cool. What's up, Asp? How you doing? Hello, hello. We're talking 15 years of The Walking Dead and really you guys. So ask questions, let me know. What you think about it, anything like that, because we can talk about for example, what your favorite The Walking Dead season is, or episode, or your favorite The Walking Dead character. And it can extend through the universe, through the spinoffs. It doesn't have to necessarily be the main show because Rick is probably my overall favorite character. But another one of my many favorite characters is actually from a webisode or Fear the Walking Dead, and that would be Alex. So, it could be anybody as far as characters kind of going across the universe. See the pics of Gimple and Andy together. I forget what country. Yeah, they're I don't know if they're trolling us or that actually is something. A lot of the times though, when we have seen, hey, Norman showed up here or Andrew showed up here or whatever, it does sometimes amount to stuff. So could the Rick thing be tied to Daryl Dixon season 4? There's a lot of clues adding up to that, even though it seems like it may not at the same time. I don't know. It's crazy. What's up? Excuse me. What's up, Magnificent Logo? How you doing? Winner of one of the prizes I remember from last week. Congratulations again. So yeah, and another thing, one thing I was going to ask you guys because it's Halloween, it's a little bit off subject, but I saw a thing on it that was pretty funny because the backgrounds you see here, I generated those with AI. And AI is everywhere. I did a video in the member section about my music and stuff and how I'm using AI. But I saw where people were trying on Halloween costumes and different makeup looks and stuff using AI. And it was pretty cool because it looked real. I mean, it was just as real as anything else you could do as far as if you tried on that costume and took a photo of yourself. That's kind of what that looked like. So that isn't that pretty crazy? That's kind of crazy to me. What's up, 10 Stanton? I got hooked on the pilot and watched every season and the spinoffs. I mean, that's the most of us, right? Except, I mean, I do know some people that didn't get hooked on the pilot. I'm not going to name any names, but most people, or at least most people that we talk to, because this is a fan community, yeah, man, got hooked on the pilot. I know. We were just talking. Magnificent Logo. Can't believe it's been 15 years. I mean, it's hard for me to comprehend being on YouTube for 10 years, talking about it pretty much every single day. But overall, 15 years, that's a lot. And you add in the comics before that, a few years before that, if people were getting into the comic, I mean, The Walking Dead, for a lot of people, could be even longer than 15 years as far as them being into it. And we've got Dana saying, I remember when Kirkman made the announcement about season 1, and then we had that long wait for season 2, which felt like a lifetime. Yeah. And Kirkman was a lot more involved back then, even on the DVDs and stuff and the behind the scenes stuff. He's all in that. He's all in that. Not so much later after the lawsuit, but still, he came up with it. And what a guy as far as things he's done so far. Not just The Walking Dead, but that allowed him, I guess, to go farther and do Invincible. And he's pretty much over the Transformers and G.I. Joe universe. And I mean, this dude is, hey, let me take this, let me take that, and we'll make it cool again. So, can you make The Walking Dead cool again? Maybe in a few years. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I know we all want an animation, but AMC has the television rights, pretty much bought them. So for him to be able to do an animation, even if it's based on the comic, because he can do games based on the comic, I think, but a little bit different wording in the contract or different contract. So yeah, an animation, unless AMC does it, it's hard to see. It's hard to see. It sounds like Gimple and AMC want to take this another 15 years. He said it in interviews and stuff. So, a lot of people are saying they're milking it. It needs a break. They are milking it. I can agree with that. But it doesn't look like there's going to be much of a break, even though, as far as doing the channel, it feels like there's a break in between seasons, like between here and Dead City season 3, because Daryl Dixon season 3 just ended. To me, feels like a long time, just because I have to figure out what to talk about, and the fans kind of go away from the channel. So it's kind of like lonely season in between seasons. Magnificent Logo. I really need that Rick and Daryl reunion. That would be awesome. And I think we all agree there. And I was hoping to get a video finished and up before I started this, but it'll probably be either later tonight or tomorrow before I get it up. But I'm working on What Comes Next video. And that's pretty much, I think, the title of it, What Comes Next. And I do those videos, or I have done those videos several times over the years, after, say, or before The Ones Who Live. I did one kind of more of a prediction, where's the franchise going? Where's the universe going? And then I did one maybe after, say, Dead City season 2 or something like that. Where are we standing now? You know? But I'm always wrong, it seems like, because nothing ever plays out how you think it will with The Walking Dead a lot of times. The CRM versus Commonwealth, something's going to happen in France that's related to the World Beyond post-credit scene, that kind of thing, which, again, I've done a video on the World Beyond post-credit scene recently telling you how we actually did get that in Daryl Dixon. And a lot of people will be like, what? We didn't get that World Beyond post-credit scene in Daryl Dixon. We did, I think. And I think to me, it makes sense. To me, it's a good argument. If you'll just maybe check out that video. If you haven't on the channel, it's talks about that we've already got that. So a lot of people are waiting on it, and I think we've kind of already got it. Father Daniel, what's up? Thanks for showing up. This will be a short one. I'm going to be doing about an hour here, talking about 15 years of The Walking Dead, answering some questions. Alan Luscomate A. Been watching since 2018. Yeah, man. A lot of people somehow either middle of season 1 or season 3, sometimes season 5, because around the start of season 5 was the peak, and like the world was talking Walking Dead. It was the biggest show in the world. That's around the time I started my channel. About 5 years in, I've been on for about 10 years, and so that was a peak. And I think a lot of people jumped on board around that time as well. But then a lot jumped off. So what's that say? I don't know. Kayshawn, who remembers Frank Darabont is the one who wanted and started the first season of TWD? Did he get paid after TV ended after season 11? He was in a lawsuit. He got a bunch of money. I don't know if he continued to get paid after they fired him. He was an originator of the show, so I'm sure there was something in a contract where he got some money, after the fact, even after he was fired and stuff like that, because he brought the show. He saw the comic book in the store, that kind of thing. So I'm sure there was something in the contract. And because of all of that way that AMC didn't pay people correctly, they got sued, and Darabont got a bunch of money and stuff. So that's part of all of that, his pay afterwards. Hey, Dana, what would your thoughts be if the TWD universe ended with a cure of the wildfire virus? Magnificent logo ask. Jen the teacher, what's up? What's up? Hope you're doing well up there in the big city, New York. Pinksels, what's up? What's up? Yep, 15 years of The Walking Dead. That's what we've got going on at the moment. Yep, and Dana reminds us to join the Discord. Those links should be down in the description, and check it out. The schedule, just us talking. There's little categories and rooms and places and chats that you can talk to people about just about everything. All kinds of TV shows, video games, movies, all kinds of stuff. Dungeons and Dragons. It's all in the Discord. Like the community, you think, oh, we're just watching some YouTube videos. You go in the Discord and it's like, wow, look at all this stuff. So you have to check it out. Jen the teacher. Hey, James and Dana. Hope you've had an awesome week. Hope you have a great Halloween. What's everybody wearing for Halloween? What's your costume this year? I'm not dressing up myself, so one of the few years that I probably won't do anything. Halloween's usually been a big time, especially I had a haunted corn maze for several years, and Halloween's been a big thing. But I just probably lay low. Yeah, Shane, a lot of people like Shane, they wish he went on, and that would have been cool to see. There's a lot of cool what ifs about that. And a lot of people were mad about Glenn. He should have lived, and that kind of thing. But Shane, I'm glad died around the time and why he died, and it happened near the same way in the comic to me, because I'm a comic reader. And Glenn's the same way. I would actually kind of not know how I would feel if that didn't happen to Glenn. So that's weird, but I'm a comic reader, and that's kind of how I felt about those things. So I hear you, though. I hear you. Dana says the magnificent logo, I would not mind it because at least it would hopefully make for a good end to the story. And that's a debate, which is I can see both sides as far as a cure would make it awful or a cure would make a good end to the story, like Dana says. And there's both arguments to those theories that are sound, but I don't know. Myself, I'm kind of caught in the middle. I'm not sure, actually. Redneck Connection. Hello, hello, howdy. I watched the original series 7 times and the rest of the series at least once. Does that make me obsessed or just a huge fan? 7 times is a lot. I'll probably have you beat, and I know a lot of people on my channel got you beat, but that's a lot, more than most. So I would say a huge fan. I've seen Obsessed, and unless you show me a bunch of tattoos and, some crazy crazy stuff, Obsessed, maybe not. And magnificent logo talking about the cure for an ending as long as it has a good ending. And that's the thing, how will they end it? I don't know if they will actually end it. Like, characters may end, like we may get an end to Rick's story and Daryl's and maybe not see them that much in that next generation story. So I don't know if you call it a reunion and maybe there's no more threat in the world and Daryl finally settling down. Maybe that's the ending. And a lot of people will take it as that. They probably won't ever watch any more of the next generation type stuff. But I do see the next generation coming along. So I don't know if, it's according how you say ending, I guess. I'm only dressing up Nico as Raptor this year. It's going to be a washout. Oh, it's going to rain. Man, you have to get pictures in the Discord of Nico, though, dressed up. Don't forget. That's why you need to join the Discord, people. We get to see cool things like Dana's dog dressed up as Raptor and things like that. Stuff you won't see in these videos too much around here. You got to join the Discord. And Dana welcoming everybody. Thanks so much, Dana, for hanging in there with me tonight. Father Daniel Gimple was seen as Andrew Lincoln. Was seen with Andrew Lincoln the other day. Oh, I hit the mic. Sorry. Yes. We were just talking about that. Someone else mentioned it, and we were talking about that. Yes. I was saying how I didn't think that would happen, Father Daniel, that we would see Rick or have a Rick moment in Daryl Dixon season 4. If anything, like the radio, like they're actually heading back to the US and he radios, "Is anybody over there hear us? We're coming back." And, Rick says, "Is this Daryl?" Or something. If anything that, but it does look like these things like this right here, Father Daniel, are piling up. So the odds are leaning in that favor. Redneck Connection says, "Thanks right back." Magnificent logo. That one Negan and Alpha scene still gives me PTSD. Yeah. I've got one of the background scenes that's going in the slideshow. Yeah, that's one of those. Sorry. But it was scary. That's why I put it into the slideshow. Because it's a PTSD type event. Hoku Pono Pono. I know I'm probably slaughtering these names, but welcome. Welcome. Let me know what you think about 15 Years of The Walking Dead. If you watched it, who your favorite character is, what your favorite season may be or episode. Redneck Connection. I've even watched the Underwater series, which most people I know have never heard of it. Are you talking about Dead in the Water? The submarine thing? Not a lot of people have watched it. I mean, I didn't like Fear. I thought that Dead in the Water was okay. I didn't really like Fear the Walking Dead once the new showrunners took over. That was 4 through 8. So a lot of people did, though. Like a lot of people on the channel did, and that's okay. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But the underwater thing with the submarine was all right. I didn't like the missile thing in the actual series too much, that whole story, because there's just too many plot holes and inconsistencies. It was hard to get into it. Hoku, aloha, nice to be here. Well, welcome. You're welcome anytime here in this community. We're all friends here, and glad to see you. Dana, I still love the uncensored version of the introduction to Negan on the DVD where he got truly foul-mouthed Negan. I know, man. What a monologue, man. What a shot. Like, they didn't even try to change it, break it up kind of thing. It's like a lot of that was, frame by frame kind of comic stuff, so I liked it, yeah. Foul Mouth Negan is the best, I guess. Um, I did say it right. Awesome. I'm hoping talking about the name. I also like the deleted scenes telling us what happened to the Vatos. Yeah, that was really cool. I've done some videos on that. And of course, they didn't make it. And a lot of people are like on the debate of who took them out. And it could have been anybody, really. A lot of people think it's the hospital group. A lot of people think it's the governor group. Some people even think it's CRM. Some people think it's the Whisperers. There's a lot of theories there. Hoku watched it 40 times through for some reason. That's because we're fans. That's because we're fans. 40 times. I think we're just talking how many times does it take to have the label obsessed. 40 times. That's getting close. Redneck Connection like Fear too. And a lot of people did. That's cool. That's cool. I need to learn to watch shows and not look too deep into them, but I do, and sometimes it breaks it. But Fear, just the writing, I think the writing was weak to me. And um Hokie says cool artwork. Yeah, that's just some AI. I put the photos into AI and just said make them more Halloween looking. So that's the simple prompt that I used. And a lot of people, of course, will recognize just some of the photos that I'd probably was the start photo. And I just said make it more Halloween looking. So some were cool, some were kind of weird, but it's a different take. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. And don't forget, if you guys happen to be around, I know a lot of people will be trick or treating or at a Halloween party or something. And man, go out and be social and get away from the internet. That's actually what I wish you would do. Unplug if you can. But if you are stuck at home tomorrow night, join us. We'll be watching Night of the Living Dead on a live stream. Join me in the chat. I won't be on the panel like I am right now. I'll be in the chat and we'll just simply be watching the movie. Nightbane, is there a place where you can watch all TWD deleted scenes or only YouTube? If you typed it in, just do a search, The Walking Dead deleted scenes, because I bet there is. And I can't remember channel names, but I think I do remember recently even, maybe late last year, that someone was doing that. Some channels, I don't know if it's a Walking Dead channel that we all know or just some channel, was actually putting all of the deleted scenes online on their YouTube channel. I don't think they were like just doing videos of them. I think maybe they were actually the deleted scenes playing out. But do a search. Just do a search. I'm not sure, but I have seen it. Yeah, I think I have. Hoku's a big fan. Yeah, we can tell 40 times through. Father Daniel, I don't think AMC will ever let TWD brand die. I don't either. So we'll probably get a new series or the next generation, but I really want a proper closure for Rick, Daryl, and the whole gang. And I do think we'll get that of some kind. I think they'll leave it open to the point where Uncle Daryl may show up here and there or just once somewhere in the next generation show. Rick maybe not, but Carol could, or Gabriel or Aaron or somebody like that. Morgan even, some people could still show up in that next generation. But I do think we'll have somewhat of a closure of a reunion kind of thing. I'm hoping anyway. You know me, Father Daniel, I'm usually wrong. Hoku, it became an antidepressant, got me through mom. Dude, that's so crazy. Not that that's crazy what it got you through when your mom was sick. It's crazy that I've heard that so many times. Dude, I've heard that this is like therapy show. This is my best friend. This is my comfort thing. This is my antidepressant. I've heard that so much, dude. And that's pretty amazing in itself. You got to admit, that's pretty amazing in itself. Jen the teacher, I'll be a Day of the Dead. Awesome. The AI painted a lot of the faces in the slideshow you'll see from time to time like that, or like a Day of the Dead, or it reminds me of it. So that's pretty cool. You'll have to send pics. Put pics. Anybody that may be in the Discord that is going to dress up, put some pics in the Discord. Don't be shy. Dana's welcoming Night Bane. And again, thanks, Dana, for modding this evening and being here tonight. Just a quick one. We'll be going for about 30 more minutes. Night Bane says thanks back. See, it's all good here. You can like the show, love the show, hate the show. We can all have different opinions, but I think we can all hang out together. That's the beauty of it, right? It's okay. We can still talk about it. I didn't like Fear that much, but I'd love to jump into a deep conversation with Redneck Connection about it. You know, I could talk about it. I might say, "Oh, I really hated that part." If he brings something specific up, you know, he might say, "Well, I really loved it." But I hope we could have a cool conversation about it. That's kind of what we want here as far as the community. Everybody getting along. Yeah, good TV can be a great prescription. I agree, you know, and one of my shows, if I have to name one, and I'm sorry it's not The Walking Dead as far as a comfort show, but it's called The Expanse. It's a space sci-fi show. And you know, if I had to name one, it would be that, but it's not because I lost anybody or somebody was sick. So to push it to that level, that kind of thing, and it be The Walking Dead is really, I think that's really cool, really special. The Redneck Connection, Lori Grimes Ghost would have been good addition for your slideshow. You know, I almost did that one. I almost did that one. Her in that white dress, standing out on that little thing. Uh, there was one of her alone, and then one with her with Rick. I had some photos of that. I almost did it, dude. You know, they turned her into a zombie. I think that's a deleted scene, maybe on the DVD at the prison when she's out there on that little bridge, kind of out in the grass and the area outside the fence, and he sees her. Um, he looks again and like she's a zombie or something. No, you can't hate TWD if you hate it. And then I know Nightbane, but you can't be weird at people if they don't like it. You know, we can still be friends. Um, I think anyway. I know it's hard to be around somebody that hates it, and not get mad at them for bashing it or something like that. But you know, you got to hear them out. Maybe they're just bashing a little bit of it. I bash it sometimes, but not all of it. And I don't know. I just think we can all have our own opinions, but still get along. Maybe, right? The world, if you look out your window at the world, I'm wrong. I'm wrong again. I'm wrong about a bunch of the Walking Dead theories, and I know I'm pretty wrong about no, you can't hate TWD. If you hate it, then that's weird because you look out the window and the world just hates each other. There's a lot of hate in the world, man. We got to spread more love. DJ Hood, what's up, fam? Chat, big fan of the Walking Dead universe. Saw this on my feed, had to check it out. Well, we're talking 15 years of the Walking Dead. I'm taking about an hour here, got about 30 minutes to go. If you haven't checked out the channel, TWD Explained, I've got a ton of videos on pretty much everything and a lot of recent stuff that is pretty interesting as far as talking about things. So you can check it out. And we have live streams with a full panel, usually with several people on the panel talking about something. But I thought I'd give the chat a chance to, you know, I'm just paying attention to the chat tonight, seeing what they got to say. And we got Dana saying, what's up to DJ Hood? There's Discord links down in the description. If you join the Discord, you'll find out a whole lot more about us. We're a big community, got several Discords. Yeah, Redneck, see, that's what it's all about. Wouldn't that be cool? Have a sit down over coffee. I don't drink coffee, but give me a tea or a Mountain Dew. You know what I'm saying? But heck yeah, man. Wouldn't that be cool? I think it'd be cool. Nightbane, my bad. I don't know. No, man. I mean, don't think of it. You don't have to say my bad. It's not your bad. It's all good, you know. It's just it's a hard thing, you know. Just living life day to day with people's difference of opinion. Like The Walking Dead, I've always found a family with it. Um, whether they like the show or like the episode, and even some haters are haters but still watch the show or still love the show or still want to talk about part of the show, you know? So, it's all cool. Father Daniel, in the early days, the DVDs had so many great extras, making of, deleted scenes, interviews. The last few years, they don't have much extras at all. And man, I can agree with that. Uh, they used to really put a lot into it. So I don't know. Maybe they just got to the point where we've hooked them. Because to me, it's like Gimple and Greg Nicotero. It's that whole, we're unqualified thing. They just think the fans are gonna watch no matter what we do. If we slap them in the face, if we give them crap on a platter, they'll eat it. It yeah, it just kinda feels like that, and that's the one thing. If I have the biggest gripe I've got against the Walking Dead universe is that they did treat their fans great the first few years, but here lately, man, I just feel like I'm being crapped on as a fan kinda thing. But anyway, that's just my rant. I won't keep going. Dana, keeping the Discord links going. Don't forget the Discord links are down in the description as well. Join the Discord and keep in touch with the Walking Dead family. And not just Walking Dead, because there's so many other things, and that's the beauty of it. Are you into gaming? Scarlett's into gaming. We're about to go over, Dana and I will be going over to her channel for a live stream talking about From, but she's doing gaming all the time. So you could check out her channel. There's other people doing gaming that are members of the Discord. There's other Discords to join. From a lot of our Discords and our YouTubes, we talk about a lot of the same stuff. From is a big one. So there's TV shows, movies, you name it, and just, you know, talking crap. Sometimes we just go in there and trade memes and stuff and talk funny stuff. Bizarro. Welcome from is so fire. A lot of us like it. There's some people that don't, or some people just kind of, I don't know about it. But a huge community that does like From, because it's such a mystery box show and you can dive into it and there's so many theories. There's this one guy in Scarlett and Dana's channels community that I was introduced to, and man, you go into the Discord and look at some of the stuff he's put together. It's like, dude, you know, they should put that dude on some of the crimes, solve some of the crimes in the real world, because he did some investigating, man. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that's in the Discord as well. People that's broken down From to its finest little bitty threads. So you have to check it out. And I Idris Bizarro, at 8 p.m. I think it is, in 1 hour from now, we'll be going over to Scarlet Fever's channel, link down in the description, to talk about From. So join us. I would love to see you over there in that chat. I'll give you a shout out. Redneck Connection, most quit watching when the Whispers came on. It's not my favorite, but it sure has a creepy vibe. Yeah, the Whispers, some of those things, like the Commonwealth armor and the Whisperers, I was wondering before it got there, like, how are they going to do that? How's that going to look on screen? And there was some, especially the Commonwealth armor stuff, that laugh a little bit stuff you could laugh at maybe, but overall, I thought they did pretty good, actually. The Whisperers, I thought they did pretty good. As far as showing how they acted, they're kind of them out in the woods and just all that creepiness to it. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. Don't forget to join us over there on Scarlett's channel later. All you guys, if you're into From, because that'll be a cool discussion. So I'm caught up on the comments. You guys, there's a few of you in here. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what you're wearing for Halloween. Just say hello. Who's your favorite Walking Dead character? What's your favorite season? What's your favorite episode? There's a Day of the Dead on Morgan right there. That's pretty funny. It definitely gave the moon, clouds, and bats in the background of a lot. And if it couldn't, the spider webs was a main thing. It started putting pumpkins in weird places. So I had to add to the prompt, do not add pumpkins after a few. But it was a one and done I didn't spend a whole lot of time on these. I just took it as it kind of give it to me. And don't forget that tomorrow night for Halloween, we'll be watching Night of the Living Dead. No one will be on panel. It'll be everyone in chat. I'll be in chat with you guys and watching it on YouTube, Night of the Living Dead. If you're home, but like I said before, if you can unplug, if you can get out there and go trick-or-treating, if you can hang around with some friends, if you can go to a Halloween party in person kind of thing, unplug, man. Unplug and get out there and have some fun. Halloween, it's Halloween. It just comes one time of year. So have fun if you can. And Dana's excited for it because it's cool. Because it's cool. We get to do Halloweeny stuff, watch horror movies. I mean, we're watching horror movies all through the year, talking about them and stuff, right, Dana? And then Halloween, it's just, okay, that's the time of year everybody joins us. The whole world. No, at least here in the US, Halloween's got pretty big. We're talking on the Halloween streams a lot of different things about people where they lived and the different traditions and trick-or-treating and things like that. And it's different in different places. When I was younger, when I was a kid, going door to door was kind of the thing, but it's kind of evolved past that now. A lot of trunk or treats and things like that, and people not necessarily just letting their kid go down the street. If anything, go with them, but still, even that escorted trick or treating door to door. Maybe in some tighter communities, little fenced in suburb areas or something where the houses are all close, they may all agree to how it's going to be done, you know, kind of thing. Anybody seen Babadook? Is that a movie? I don't guess I've seen it. If I have, I don't remember the title. GHP Network. Dana's saying Halloween is a bonus. That's right. She knows what I'm talking about. It's Marky Boy, huge fan of TWD. Got all the first print run of the comics. Favorite character Rick. Favorite season is 5, and my favorite arc is Terminus. That run of episodes from the end of season 4 into season 5 peak. You know, I don't have all the first print run of the comics. I have the compendiums that add up to all the comics, you know, to be able to read the story. But I don't have all the comics, especially the individual ones. My favorite character is Rick also, as far as just the overall The Walking Dead universe. And I could almost say my favorite season is 5, except by season 1. I think 1 maybe first and maybe 5 second. Because the very first episode, season 1, episode 1, is my favorite episode. And I do love the Terminus arc, that whole thing with the train tracks leading up to it, like you say in season 4 to season 5. You know, the Lizzie, Mika and Lizzie story all the way through Terminus and through the point where Carol runs and hugs Daryl, you know, in the woods. That's just a great moment, a really great moment. And Rick saying, "You did this," you know, like, wow. So yeah, that whole stretch, man. It's like me talking when you saying that, because I agree with so much of that. Maker of Mayhem, what's up? Glad to see you here. Happy Halloween. Yeah, the quality's differed. I'm glad it's went on. A lot of people think there should be a break or they should quit milking it. You know, I wonder if the people who think it's being milked would be okay with it if it was really, really great. Like, oh my God, the writing and just everything is so great and everybody loves it. Maybe. But a lot of people thinks it's time for a break. And I think the quality of writing and stuff has pushed more people toward that. But we have Vic in the house. Happy Halloween, Vic. Happy Halloween. Thanks for joining us. And trying to get people over to the Discord. If they dressed up tonight, maybe take a picture and post it in the Discord. Let's see what you were. If anything, just tell us in the chat what you guys are dressing up as, if you are. Yes, it's a movie, Babadook, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep after watching it, and I'm a grown man. I'll write that down, and I'll look it up, um, and see. I've heard a few movies like that, people saying that, "Man, I'm a grown dude, and I could sleep," or, "It bothered me the whole next day," or things like that, so I'll check it out. Maker of Mayhem, the 1st season and all the small details are incredible, really makes the later seasons look terrible, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs with The Walking Dead. Oh, Father Daniel's watched it. So good one, Father Daniel? He says it's awesome. Did it scare you? Like you couldn't sleep or you it was in your head the next day or something like that? Let us know. Redneck Connection. Oops, hit the wrong button after going to Discord. I'm back. Favorite characters, Daryl. Um, Daryl's right there, definitely in the top 5. I like Carol, I like Rick, I like Alex from Fear or that, webisode. Um, I like sporadic characters, and, I've said it from the beginning. You ask me a month from now, maybe not a month, but a couple months from now, I might say something different. I'll always say Rick is my favorite. I'll always say episode 1, season 1 is my favorite. But sometimes, especially if I go back and watch some stuff, I might bounce around. No, season 4 is better than 5, or 5 is better than 4, or, I might switch them around a little bit, but Daryl's a good one, man. Daryl's like, who would have thought, right? Who would have thought back in season 1 we would be here right now where we are today, 15 years later, where Daryl is especially. Wow. We got Jesse M. I just want to say how they got rid of Carl was a nail in the coffin for me and so many others, man. So many others. So much more to explore with that character. What a waste. And I was just about to mention Carl right before I clicked on your and saw your post there. Chat. Carl, man, I just can't. It's just so a little bit unbelievable how they did that. And not thinking ahead, or maybe not thinking how it would impact the whole thing, but I don't know. There's a lot to that. I don't know. Yeah, I agree, man. It just totally changed everything. GHP, tag me after you watch it. Yeah, yeah, it's on the list, and I've got a long list, but I try to move stuff up if I need to. Um, I think just over the Halloween streams, I added like 6 or 7 different things to the list. I don't have enough time. Oh my god. Maker of Mayhem, there's not a lot in that movie. GHP Network researched it a bit before, and the concept ain't there. There's not a lot in that movie. So I guess Maker of Mayhem didn't like it, is what I'm taking. Father Daniel and GHP Network did like it. Father Daniel says it's really creepy and a very original kind of story. The Babadook. Yeah, I wrote it down. I'll have to check it out. Maker of Mayhem 100% enjoyed it, but it wasn't very tense to him. Not going to spoil it, the movie, but it really went nowhere. Gotcha. I'll have to see. I'll watch it and see. That's the beauty, just seeing how it affects different people. And different shows affect different people different ways. That's the whole thing. I'm going to dress up as a fat man with bad habits like you do every day, huh? Oh, come on. Nothing wrong with that, though. Randy Ivy, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. What do you think the next spinoff will be? Well, I was just telling everyone a little bit ago that my next video, I was hoping to have it already up, but by tomorrow morning for sure, is what comes next. And I talk about that very thing, what's coming for the Walking Dead universe. And so the next spinoff, Gimple's kind of talking about another country, but maybe with new characters, not any of the anchor characters. So that may be the next spinoff. We could get a more Tales of the Walking Dead kind of thing before we get the reunion thing, But will the reunion thing just be one scene or post-credit scene in Daryl Dixon season 4, or will it be a series or short series, something, you know? So I don't know, man. The new country with new characters, maybe. If you're talking about the next new thing that we get, not Dead City or not Daryl Dixon. Father Daniel, the spinoffs have been lower quality for sure. I think it's a shame Daryl Dixon closed out the Janae France storyline so abruptly because I think thought the story could have been bigger. Me and you both, you know, we talked about that, Father Daniel. It just didn't. You know, we're making fun now that Daryl's just going to go through all of Europe. He took down France. He's pretty much took down Europe, even though there's just one guy left. He took down Spain now, and you know, next season he's going to go to Portugal or somewhere and take that country down. So it's just not what we thought it would be, kind of thing, I guess. Vic LOLN, GHP Network. How would you feel if they killed Rick and not Carl? I would feel even worse, probably, depending on what point in the script that happened. If it happened as it did in the comic, kind of at Commonwealth, I could go with it just because it happened in the comic. Just like Glenn, it happened in the comic. You know, Shane, it happened in the comic. But Carl didn't happen in the comic, man. That's the whole point. That's the whole thing, man. And Carl's supposed to be, you know, the one to keep it going. I know we got Judith, but come on. I mean, you know, that I could go on ranting about Carl so long. Don't forget to hit the like, Vic says, and the Discord again. They should be down in the description as well. And check those out because the Discord is where it's at. And Redneck Connection, the actor Norman Reedus, has an interesting story in how he got involved with TWD and acting. Yes, he does. And a lot of them do. Carol, Melissa McBride, several of them do. Actually, you know, some of them were just, they were actors already, that kind of thing. But how they got into the show or into acting, I can agree. Maker of Mayhem, new country, plus unknown new characters is what Gimple's played at. Yes. Yes. Honestly, don't see that working, though. I know. We'll just have to see how it plays out, man. All right, Jane. I was reading my own thing. Later, everyone got to hop over to Scarlett's. Yep, I'm coming. I know it's about 7:30, so I'm going to be wrapping this up here in just a few minutes. And George Wilson, hello. I'm currently at the beginning of season 9. Does it get even better? Man, if you're at season 9, you may have been through the best, but you want to continue the story and see how it ends. So go through season 11. Just keep on going, man. And Dana, thank you so very much. I don't know if you've left yet. Gifted 5 memberships. Man, what a community. You guys just don't know. And Dana especially, man, everything she does, she's really revamped the Discord. She keeps it going. She does so much. So big thank you to Dana for 5 TWD Explained memberships. Redneck, you got a membership, dude. Go check out some of the membership videos. There's a few in there, maybe, that you'll enjoy. Those come up. Yeah, those come up. So we got Redneck. We got Jen the teacher got one as well. Yay. Amy got one. What's up, Amy? No, well, they don't have to be in the chat specifically, just Galactus got one, and Jay Light. Awesome. That's pretty awesome. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you, Dana. Thanks so much. Having new groups perspective of the fall would be cool. Along the way, seeing Easter eggs like them seeing Rick wrote the terminus sign saying no sanctuary. I know, man. That's a gold mine waiting to happen if they ever do it. I guess they just know they can do it at any time. I have a feeling if they do a new country, I'm wondering if they're going to start at the beginning or just fly through that or not even show it at all, or it be some little tiny flashback because we start way into the apocalypse, you know. The timeline thing is the biggest question for me. Father Daniel plus Carl had the Whisperer story arc coming up. I love the Whisperer arc, and it could have been 10 times better with Carl. Man, 100 times better with Carl. Oh my God, don't get me started. We could do a whole live stream on Carl. Dark Elf, yo, my brother. What is up, Mr. Dark Elf? A lot of people got other channels going on. Mr. Dark Elf just started his. We've been talking on The Boys over on Dark Elf's channel, and I don't know if I'll put his links and stuff in the description, but they're definitely on the Discords and stuff. You guys need to go check it out. Redneck Connection saying, "Thank you for the gift, Dana." Man, she's the coolest, dude. If you joined the Discord, you said you were over there, join Dana's as well. She's the coolest person in the world up there in New York. Her and her husband, Mr. Dark Elf, actually, and, cool people, and a lot of cool people in the community. Jesse M, I think they should have stopped within the spinoffs and just stuck to the plan and hit the theaters with a movie. How dope would that have been? I know, what coulda, shoulda, woulda, all that. I know, man, but it just didn't. I'm wondering, if they have some kind of Rick reunion thing, it could be just a movie instead of a series or something like that, but I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Rob Brishel, what up, Rob Brishel? I know Tales was not great, but in my opinion, I think they should do a Tales season of backstories of some of the main characters and before the wild virus started, early on after and stuff. Yeah, yeah, well, that would be badass. A lot of these actors, they would have to recast because they've gotten so old, but, I would like to see some main characters. And Vic going woo for the, Dana memberships. Father Daniel thanking Dana as well. Jesse M agrees with Father Daniel. Randy Ivy, I'd like to see where the virus began or who started the virus and all that. I know, I thought we were getting that with Daryl Dixon, the Daryl Dixon stuff and the World Beyond post-credit scene and all of that. And a lot of people, they want that as well. They say it in the comments. A few people have said it in this stream. Oh, Dark Elf, it ain't racist. Get out of here. Father Daniel agrees with Ivy. Witches Brew, Scarlett pushed it for another 30 minutes. I'm still going to try to get out of here at 7:30, so I got about 10 minutes. So you guys, if you got something to say, come on, throw it in there. Let me hear you say hello or what you're wearing for Halloween or what you think about The Walking Dead. 15 years, man. 15 years of The Walking Dead. It's crazy to think about. When do you think we will get news of the reunion as we saw Gimple in London with Andy? That's the whole, that's the thing, right? I mean, I don't know. When will we get news of it? I'm hoping if it happens, we won't, and it just happens. We'll get news of it when we see it. Of course, that's a dream, like, things get leaked or, it's hard to keep that down, but if it's gonna happen like that, I'm watching Daryl Dixon finale or something, and then boom, Rick shows up just out of the blue, and I wasn't expecting it. That'd be cool. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. Those clues are adding up, though. Vic, can you explain to Dark Elf how to enable gifting? Yeah, you guys will have to handle that on your end. Randy Ivy, I'd like to see how the virus started. Yeah, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah. And I thought, the post-credit scene was leaning toward that. It pretty much said the French scientists started it, and there was like a Primrose team that went to America. I mean, that's a whole story in itself also. Yeah, if they did it right or something, it could be like a conclusion thing, but I don't know. It's hard to say now. They're a little bit all over the place. Do you think the reunion will just be a quick end of season reunion or a whole new series? And that's kind of some of the stuff we've been talking about. A lot of people asking questions like that. And like I say, I've got a video coming out in the morning that'll address that in a few different ways. Things are stacking up to be a possible quick end of season reunion in Daryl Dixon season 4. I always kind of was leaning toward the whole new series thing, but I don't know, I don't know. Jesse M, or maybe an alternate storyline with random characters surviving, instead having Shane face off with Negan or something like that. Nah. I mean, I do a lot of what if videos and it's fun to talk about the what if stuff, but um I don't know if seeing it like that. I did enjoy, remember when Michonne was tripping on that island and it was kind of a what if that if she never, found them or whatever and ended up getting killed by Rick and Daryl, that was pretty crazy to see. So I don't know. Maybe it would be cool. Vic, if you click on the green banner in the chat, it doesn't give you the option to turn it on. It's for you, Dark Elf. Oh, come on, Dark Elf. Be nice. Father Daniel, Primrose went nowhere. It's so weird how they handle the story since the main series ended. And Father Daniel, I don't know if you kept up with why I think they've already given us that post-credit scene. The only thing that they've left out that they didn't hint on is the Primrose team, the people that went to America kind of thing. Sure, we can say the scientist with Janae is one of these scientists that tried to fix it or whatever. Maybe a member of one of the different teams or something. But that doesn't answer the Primrose team. So that's still out there. Even if you take what I say about, I think they've already given it to us, there's still some open stuff about it for sure. So good thing you brought up there. UA Fruit Cup, I want a new series with all new characters. The spinoffs are boring. A lot of people think that, and you may be getting it. Gimple's been talking about a new series. It will not be in America, and it will have new characters. So that's kind of the word a little bit. Kind of, he's hinted it several times actually. I can do some more polls. As far as on the YouTube poll, I think I know what people would say as far as that question. Most people don't think it even has any life in it right now, much less 10 or 15 years. So we'll see. Vic, PG Dark Elf, come on. But 7:25. We got about 5 minutes. You guys let me know. If you got a costume, anything about Halloween, what's your favorite candy, especially anything with the 15 years of The Walking Dead, anything about the universe, the spinoffs, the webisodes, favorite character, favorite season, favorite webisode, let me know. But I will be wrapping up here in just a moment. Vic just came back from trunk or treating, and yeah, a lot of people do that around here, especially the last bunch of years, actually, in different ways. Like sometimes they'll gather in a parking lot and like rope it off, or maybe something, and they'll do it in the parking lot, or churches especially. It's a big thing with the churches. But some schools do it, some neighborhoods. Yeah, it's a big thing. Dana said she's going to smack him. Don't smack him too hard. Don't smack him too hard. I think we got to stream. Next week. Don't smack him too hard. Randy Ivy, I'll keep watching as long as they'll keep making episodes. I know. And see, that in itself is why I think they're kind of crapping on us a little bit, because they know. They know. People like me, people like Randy Ivy, people like Dana. I could probably throw Father Daniel and a few others in there. If they come out with something, we're going to watch it, even if it's crap, even if they keep crapping on us. I just think it could be good. I hope it's good. I want it to be good. So, Randy, I agree with you. I just want it to be good. I wish it was good. What's up, Chris? Thanks for joining us. I know we're about to bounce over to Scarlett's and talk some From. That's going to be exciting. Can't wait, because I like those mystery box shows you can really dive into, and that's definitely one of them. Father Daniel, I got my Negan bat displayed on my wall. Real bat and barbed wire. I made myself get out of town for a Halloween costume, and now it's mounted on my TWD wall next to my framed Terminus map. I bet that's badass. That Terminus map is so iconic. It's so cool as a poster. So that's pretty cool. A real bat with real barbed wire. See, you got to go in the you got to get on in the Discord and show us some pictures of that. I know you got some pictures probably of yourself holding that bat. Vic, not me. See, I get backed up in the chat and I forget what we're talking about. Sorry, Vic. Unqualified. Talking about Dark Elf. That's all of us. That's all of us except maybe Brian with Shook Earth Media. He's probably the most qualified of us. Redneck Redneck will keep watching. So there's a bunch of us. We'll definitely keep watching. Hacksaw, get out of town, man. What is up, my brother? Hacksaw's like one of the OGs originals, man. I mean, day one, I start my channel. There's Hacksaw, man. What's up, my brother? Bloodpath, using AI to bring it to life. You know, I've been researching AI comic creation, like how to maybe create a comic pretty quickly using AI and consistent characters and stuff like that. I've really been checking into that. So maybe Bloodpath. Yeah, maybe Bloodpath. I was looking at it, maybe doing another story of mine, but if it worked, it could open the path to do more stories like Bloodpath. So I know, Chris, make TWD great again. That's all we can try to do in this old world. Dana seconds that. Best string of episodes, season 2, episodes 6 through 12. Hey, I don't deny that is a good string of episodes. Maybe not my favorite or what I would think is the best, but that's the beauty. We've got opinions and what we like and don't like, and I think we can all agree that it's all pretty good because we love the story, we love the characters. And season 2, um, you know, the whole farm thing, I've done some videos on that, the burning of the barn, and just there's a lot of deeper meaning in a lot of that that people missed and didn't get and grab. So yeah, I love those episodes too, man. Don't get me wrong. I love those episodes of season 2, 6 through 12. You know, the Randall things playing out, Shane, you know, the whole Shane thing. Randy Ivy. Oh, I didn't even highlight it. Sorry, let me highlight it real quick. That's the one I was talking about. Randy Ivy. Hey, James, keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate your channel. Man, I appreciate you, brother. And that's what it's all about. This is all about you guys. I wouldn't be here right now talking if it wasn't for you guys. I wouldn't have my channel if it wasn't for you guys. I wouldn't have this huge community and friendship and just, you know, all you guys like Hacksaw, been around since the beginning. I started the channel, man. We've been friends ever since, and just a deep appreciation for The Walking Dead, but at the same time, as people, as each other, you know, as just humans, a lot of good people out there in the world, and I do appreciate all you guys, and I mean across the world. So that's pretty cool, man. I definitely appreciate it. It's Marky, ha, I got the terminus map on my wall. I know, I don't have one. I have a couple of The Walking Dead posters, like the Rick going down the street on the horse to Atlanta, that main poster, but I don't have the terminus map. I got to get one. Waiting on the new Dead City. It'll be here next year. I'm thinking Dead City will come before Daryl Dixon, even though they're kind of filming at the same time. I just joined Discord. I got to learn how to use it. Then I'll post some pics. Yeah, man, let us know. And come on over and join mine and Dana's and Scarlett's and some of the others. Dana's saying, hey to Hacksaw. Hacksaw would love it. I know, man, I'm working on it, and I will let you know as soon as I kind of come up with something. And Dana, her, Vic, there's several people that are really into the Discord and know it better than I do as far as all the buttons and stuff. So Father Daniel, reach out anytime if you need help in the Discord to Dana or somebody. You can ask me, but I may have to ask Dana, kind of thing. Because she came in and really just made my Discord. It was like a echoey chamber, and now it's just full of stuff. Sherilyn Tuck, I will watch every episode of anything TWD forever. I know that's a lot of us because we're fans, you know, we're fans and we love it. And I'm there. I'm right there. I'm right there with you, Sherilyn. Father Daniel loves season 2. We got Father Daniel, the Witch's Brew. Thank you. I'm definitely going to figure it out. I've been wanting to get involved on there for a while. Yeah, it's a big community, man. And it is a little overwhelming for sure. I can agree with that, but it helps when you got other people helping you around and kinda got something going on, and you join a community that's already kinda got a bunch of people and stuff, so that helps a bunch. And Chris, you dirty dog, gifting 5 TWD Explained memberships. Man, why you guys see, I've got the bestest of buds, the bestest of friends. They so cool. Thank you so much, Chris, man. You know you don't have to, and you do anyway. That's what makes it amazing. Thank you, brother. It's Marky Boy, got one. Will I Am Bo, got one. Haley is me, got one. Paulie got one. Man, Chavez Quick got one. Thank you so much, Chris. What's the Discord handle? So you should be able to find links in the chat itself, but also in the description of this video, is the best way to do it. Yeah, and then that's what Chris said. I know, GOAT, right? Dana gifted 5. Chris gifted 5. Man, the best. You guys are the best, man. Have I said that? Have I said you guys are the best? You are. You guys are the best. Rob Richel, thanks to Chris Stanley. And Dana put up the Discord link again. Yeah, man. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Dark Elf didn't get one. He thinks it's rigged. Red Turtle. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Redneck Connection. I'll be watching some gamers play horror gamers tonight and tomorrow. They call it Fright Fest 2025. That sounds cool. Yeah, yeah. You know, you could go in the Discord and put some links if anyone else wants to check that out as well. Yeah, I can't control the get some. Yeah, that's the one thing about it. Marky Boy TWD community is so wholesome. Yeah, man. You know, when I went to the cons, you know, Walker Stalker and things like that, it did feel like a big family, man. Everybody was just so nice to each other, and that was one thing that I really loved. Yep, Scarlett's into gaming, so Redneck Connection. If you're into gaming, Scarlett's channel, link in the description, and I'll be heading over there here in just a few minutes. It is a little past 7:30, so I'm going to be getting off of here. Just wanted to say thanks again to you guys. 15 years of The Walking Dead with 10, pretty close to 10 years that I've been here on YouTube talking about The Walking Dead with you guys. I mean, pretty much every day. I've talked every day or thought about it or replied to a comment or something every day. Every day, pretty much. I can't even think of a day I was off, even if I was sick or something, that I didn't check the chat. So thank you guys, because, you know, I forget who it was in the chat earlier that said like The Walking Dead was therapy for them. You know, it helped them. It's their comfort show, that kind of thing, when their mom was sick. And I have to say, you know, just in my life in general, you guys have been a blessing. So can't say that enough, really. So I want to thank you guys. And if The Walking Dead does go 15 more years, damn it, I want to try to be here with you guys. So hope you guys are here with me as well. Father Daniel, yeah, I have the first season of the Telltale games up online, and I've been meaning to go ahead and play through the other seasons to get those videos up as well. Just not finished with that. Hope to do that soon. Yeah, they are pretty fun, and that whole story in itself is pretty cool. Chris, yeah, that Scarlet girl into gaming. I know, right? Dana, with the Witch's Brew, Walker Stalker was so fun. They got busted for scamming. I know the whole thing about that particular con is kind of effed up. Yeah, that was effed up. But the people, just, you know, the fans walking around on the floors, they all got along pretty good, I thought. But all right, so you guys, don't forget the Discord. The link's down in the description of this video. It's a community. If you don't know about Discord, it's like a chat room, video room, speak room. You can speak on microphone. We do watch parties, a lot of memes. There's different channels. If you're into gaming, if you're into all kinds of different TV shows, sci-fi, From, Severance, I mean, just everything you can think of, somebody, whether Dana, Scarlett, me, Scarlett's into gaming, Dana's into Dungeons and Dragons. You know, there's just so much in there. And there's a lot of people, a lot of people. The last several months, we've been really trying to push the Discord, and the community has really grown. So you guys jump in there on Discord. I think that's where you will find most of the activity, actually, scheduling and just the day to day, us just chatting and saying, "What about this show?" or "What about this show?" or "What about this movie?" or "This meme, ha ha ha, happy hump day." Whatever it may be, that's in the Discord. So we do appreciate you guys. Um, Real quick, Red Turtle, do you wish TWD, the ones who live, ended differently? I do. Kind of. I actually wish it wasn't a love story. I know people's going to hate on me for that, but I wish it was done differently, all of it really, but that's just me. Um, Hacksaw, thank you, James, so much for the years. One awesome ride. I know it has been, man, and I hope we get to ride whole lot further down the road. Father Daniel, thanks, James. Always a good time. Chris likes the screenshots. Thank you for joining. It's Marky Boy tonight. Redneck, post some links to your channel, you know, in the Discord. You can do that. Let us know and see what you got going on. And let's see. Seems like there was one other announcement. Oh, yes. Tomorrow night, I will not be on the panel. No one will be. I will be in the chat with you guys. If you happen to not have anything going on, and we'll be watching Night of the Living Dead. So let's check it out tomorrow night. It'll be fun, fun, fun. But that's it for this one. Guys, thank you so much. 15 years of The Walking Dead. Join me on the channel. I'll be posting videos regularly as usual. And join me in the comments. You know, I'm always talking to you guys over there, so don't be shy. And I'll be doing more live streams, not just here, but on some other channels as well. That scheduling you can find in the Discord. Usually I do community post. If I don't forget, trying to let you guys know where I'm at. Thank you for checking out the channel. Thank you so much for 15 years, and definitely the 10 years I've been on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys so much. And I hope you have a happy, very, very safe and happy Halloween. So thank you guys. Love you guys. And I'll talk to you later.
With a whisper cold and low, a sickness in the air where the shadows grow. The streets turn quiet, the sun bled red. I heard the echoes of the words they said. Stay inside, don't make a sound. Lock your doors, the dead walk the ground. But I saw their faces through the cracked glass pane, empty eyes alive with pain. Oh, the fear, it crept like